Hey, Bobby Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report. Brown admitted after this game that some off the court stuff has impacted his play as well. Here's what he had to say about this turbulent month.
A lot of the turnovers that I had just been careless with the ball. A matter of anything the defense is doing is just me not even just being too careless. There's been a lot of stuff going on outside of basketball.
And you've talked a little bit about how some stuff off the court can impact you on the court. How do you try to manage that? 'Cause you've mentioned that a few times.
You do the best you can and balance everything. Regardless of what you say. Some people are gonna disagree or already form an opinion. So, you just come out, you do what I've been doing, trying to uplift my community, spreading kindness, spreading love, trying to be, the best version of myself, but also help any and everybody around me. That's what I've been since I came into this league, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. So, just focusing on that, and then taking care of basketball, and everything just falls in line.
So, of course, the latest incident, which we hit on briefly, Josue Pavone reported on when he was out in Chicago on Monday, was the energy tweet in reference to the Black Hebrew Israelites group that was marching outside of Barclays Center on Monday, marking Kyrie Irving's return from his 8-game suspension and invoking some anti-Semitic lettering outside the event on his behalf. Irving didn't comment on it. Brown did, following up that tweet pretty quickly with one saying that he mistook that group for the Omega Psi fraternity, which also wears some purple gear as part of their organization. Omega Sci-Fi actually tweeted out after that. I saw that they, actually backed up Brown's sentiment after about being happy to see Black people coming together and supporting Irving's return. He said he didn't agree with all the things that group was supporting outside of the event, but to clearly try to separate himself from them and say that this was example of him just commenting too quickly on it and not having his reading glasses on. Now, I don't totally love that response, not dancing around, denouncing them, or fully separating himself from them, saying, yeah, it's almost Kyrie-esque, saying, I agree with some things and not other things. But Brown said, I'm not going to let people craft how I feel about this and, distract from Irving's return. It was kind of a hard quote to parse, but Brown, who has been part of the process of getting Irving back to the floor in his role as NBA Players Vice President, has definitely had a busy few weeks here in terms of off-court issues. Certainly, he's very involved in his own education initiatives, the clothing line, and all the different things that he does off the floor. This latest incident, self-inflicted. You still saw even some frustration in terms of the response and how he responded to in the aftermath of that. But, I think you got to be able to identify what group you're associating with. And did he backtrack successfully? Probably. He's going to be able to move on from this. I don't think there's going to be an Irving-like incident in the aftermath of his comments there, but I think he probably could have done a better job, not only separating himself from it, but emphasizing the seriousness of anti-Semitism in this moment as threats continue to ramp up. And of course, there's been other rhetoric thrown out there by notable figures against Jewish people in this country. So that's all I got on that. Brown trying to balance on the court, off the court right now, and acknowledging that it's seeping into his play, and he's going to try to focus on that ball control, winning games, and just being a presence within this team. I asked Jason Tatum about how guys within this group look to support Brown, or anybody really that's going through something. And Marcus Smart talked about his 2020-21 season where everybody was going through a little bit of something off the court. And, he said that, when they're within that room, guys realize when other guys are going through some stuff, and they react accordingly. So Brown, nice to see him bounce back through some struggles and distractions recently, and they're going to move on to an imposing Kings offense. Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you all continuing to support the coverage here. We're very thankful for you, and we will see you on Celtics postgame and from TD Garden on Friday for Kings Celtics, 8 p.m.